What's up, all my beautiful shooters, all my Pro 2A and gun lifestyle and pew pews crews? Good to see y'all today. I know it's late for me. Y'all probably was wondering what happened. As some of y'all seen that I put on my short, my wife totaled a car yesterday. I've been busy all day, but I wanted to come on here, touch base with you guys. Make sure, as always, y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all hit that thumbs up button. Y'all drop some comments. Check out the content, sub to the channel. Y'all come on in and join us for an inside to look behind the scenes with PapasPewPews today. This one's gonna be a heart twister for you today. We're gonna be dropping some real behind the scenes of my life. We're gonna be talking some real things and a little bit of what makes me tick in my life, raising three foster kids, my grandchildren, and what it's like going through having a daughter who's hung up on the drugs and destroying her life. Hey, I appreciate that work in progress. I appreciate the gifts. I appreciate the super chats. Robert, I appreciate you, man. You ordered something new today for the channel. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And we'll get into all that. Y'all come in and double tap them screens. That gun guy, what is up? But we're going to talk a little bit about what's going on. If y'all seen my short I posted this morning, my wife was on the way home yesterday. An ambulance basically caused an accident, totaled my wife's car. The ambulance left the scene. 5 witnesses all said they left the scene, and it looks like they're going to screw us over. If you know anything about insurance, they give you fair market value, and if they label it unavoidable, then your insurance has to pay for it. So we always get cheated when that comes to. But we'll get into all that as we go. Y'all double tap, double tap. Maybe y'all can learn something about insurance from all our stuff that goes with us today. But we're just going to be talking about different things today. I wanted to do a more intimate thing where it was just, explaining who I am to some people who don't know. Bear, what is up? Vontae's Guns, what is up, bro? Everyday Carry Life, what is up, dog? We just talking a little bit about me and what makes me tick and what brought me to this point. And a lot of y'all's heard this story before, but I want to put a little more detail in it from the PTSD, from the self-defense situations that I've been in that made me what I am, and raising these three small kids and the challenges that we face. And yeah. Well, Brantley Hicks, what is up? Appreciate the gifts. Oh, look at the headliner. Wow, look at that. That's fire. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that, Bear. Go with it. Hey, y'all double tap them screens. There's super chats down there if y'all want to help out. There's everything I get, guys, and I want to put this out there. YouTube makes us push the super chats. Everything I get goes to somebody else's channel. If I go into Everyday Carry's live, if I go into J Dog's live, if I go into somebody's live and y'all see me drop a 50 or y'all see me drop 100, that's stuff I made from other donations and I put it into other channels, and that's how I do that. So I wanted to put that in there also, and so everything we do is to support each other, and that's how we do it, and that's how we roll. But yeah, we wanted to talk about some things like growing up with alcoholic parent and making something out of ourselves, and things just a little bit deeper here. And I'll be trying to honestly answer any of y'all's questions. 30 people. Let's see if we can get up 60 people in the chat. How do we do that? Make sure y'all hitting that like button, man. Make sure y'all dropping some comments, checking out the content, subbing to the channel. Man, just contribute a little bit. Hang out for a little while. Yeah. Hang out for a little while. Help build these small channels up, man, because y'all are tomorrow's voices. If y'all can help one person with your channel, you've done your job. Yeah. Beyond Raging Bullets, what is up? What is up? What is up? We'll get into some topics here. But if y'all got questions, I'll do my damnedest to give y'all real honest answers. We're going to keep today's chat real raw and relevant. Yeah. We're going to talk about what it's like dealing with a daughter that I raised, that I sent away to a Christian college to see her completely throw her life away and go to route of dope and leave these kids behind. And now she's arrested. After the car was totaled, I get home last night, got a phone call. My daughter, who had a perfect record, never been in no trouble, the boy threw it in her lap and she took the charge. So now she's looking at a pretty serious charge, don't even have bond. So I'm on here in a way with y'all just talking. Yeah, Miss Pew is okay. I might want to strangle her right now because that's like the 8th car she's wrecked. Every time I put that woman in a car, she totals it. This time it wasn't her fault. Basically what happened, it was pouring down rain on a long straightaway. There was an ambulance in front of them. There was a Bronco in front of my wife. A lady on the side of the road ran out to flag down the ambulance, had some kind of little small animal in her arms. The ambulance slammed on brakes. The Bronco slammed on brakes. My wife hydroplaned and basically crushed the whole front of the car. And then the ambulance drives off and leaves the scene, and the lady who caused the wreck leaves the scene. So the Glenn County officer that came to the scene say, hey, look, we can't prove an ambulance was here, so we're just gonna say it was unavoidable accident, and that makes all of our insurance have to pay for our own vehicles. And if y'all know anything about insurance, they pay what's fair market value. That's what they pay. That's not the value of your car. That's what they're gonna pay. So say you got a $10,000 car, they're gonna pay about 73% of that, and you're gonna get screwed. That's how that works. Appreciate you deleting that message, Robert. Saw before it goes through. That's why I said first he has to get another one I haven't heard and saw before she goes through cars. Yeah, brother. Yeah, brother. She goes through some cars. But I've already been looking at other cars. And see, that's another situation. Can't get a police report until Monday. Can't get paid till you get the police report. But I've got the cash in the bank. I can go get another car, but I don't like touching that savings. You never know when something's going to go wrong. I got 3 kids I'm raising. So we trying to do it right and trying to get it by. Meanwhile, I had to use my truck and do all the running today. So I'm kind of wore out, beat down. Y'all see him popping away. Y'all never see me. When y'all see my hair look like this right here, bro, I'm looking rough today. You know what I'm saying? It's been hell. I'm tired. I'm wore out. Almost got the lawnmower back together because that guy bailed on me too. Not trying to have a complaint session. Just trying to give y'all a day in the life of Papa, what we go through. 27 people, man. Y'all hit that like button. If you don't do nothing else, we ain't showing a whole lot of firearms today. They are here. They are on the screen. I can put them if I want to. I just wanted to talk to y'all. I just wanted to talk to y'all and see how y'all was doing. Thought a tank might be Mama Pew Pew. Hey, she fixing to get a dump truck. Mama Pew Pew fixing to get a dump truck or an old paddy wagon. Damn 1955 something that's all metal. What is up, Jerome? What is up, Betty? What is up, Betty? I tell you, Betty saw me today. She saw how blowed I was, guys. I was in a mood that y'all don't usually y'all see me laughing and cutting up, but I was overwhelmed. You know what I'm saying? She kept trying to get me to go live and say you guys would cheer me up, and I knew you guys would. You know what I'm saying? I knew you guys would. I just had to I had to take a mental break for a moment. I had to pull my stuff back together because I'm always the one everybody leans on, and when the one who everybody leans on breaks, but look here. When all that pressure finally breaks them shoulders that's holding the world on their back, man, look here, that's a defeated feeling. You know what I'm saying? And y'all don't see me get emotional much, but that's where I'm at today. That's why I wanted to do this live stream. Man, Vontae, it's good to see you. Jerome, it's good to see you. Man, it's good to see all y'all in the live stream. What is up, Larry? But yeah, when the person that everybody else leans on finally gets wore out, when that old pillar starts to crumble, you know what I'm saying? It's a hell of a thing, because if you fall, a lot of people fall with you. And that's not trying to sound like anybody. That's not trying to make yourself better than what you are, but it's facts. When people are looking up to you to get it done and you can't get it done, man, there's no bigger feeling of failure. And I've been there. I've been there many, many times. Got a lot of people who depend on me to make things happen, and I tell people all the time, there's nobody harder on me than me, because I know that if I fail, a lot of people go with me, and I can't live with that on my conscience. I come from the streets, guys, and this ain't bragging. I come from street gangs. I come from drug addiction. I come from alcoholic parents. I come from all that, and I made something out of myself. And there's a lot of people in that situation right now that looks at us and expects us to, keep it going, and we don't want to let them down, and just a little bit more about me. But you're a stronger person. You got it. Yeah. That's most definitely. You hear me say all the time. One of the biggest things I always say, if I got it once, I can get it again, because once you learn how to do something, you can always go back. That means if it's a vehicle, a home, money, whatever it is, when you learn how to do it that first time, you got the knowledge in you and you got the drive in you, and all you got to do is push through. But I had to explain to these babies today why their mama was in jail. They heard. And they wanted to know why their mama was in jail. And I had to sit there and try to explain to these kids. And that was a hard thing to do today. Yep. Even if we get the breakout duct tape. Right. We gonna get it done, you know what I'm saying? But I wanted to do a little different live, because we all joke, we cut up, we have a good time, Nothing is for sale, not even the doggies. Right. We don't sell nothing. But yeah, having to describe to children that already don't understand. But there was a funny part of that. She said, Papa, was you ever in jail? I said, yeah, baby, I spent 47 days. And she said, Papa, what'd you do? She said, Papa, what'd you do? And I said, well, it wasn't drugs. I can promise you that. And then she said, well, Papa, tell me what it was. And I'm sitting here trying to think of a way that I can make it understand because, this generation don't know nothing about checks. You tell them, oh, I wrote some bad checks. They're going to look at you like, what's some bad checks? So I just told her, babe, I spent money that I didn't have. You know what I'm saying? I didn't tell her I went on a shopping spree and did about $27,000 worth of bad checks. And that's what put me in jail. That's the only time I ever got in trouble. I told you I was being real and honest and relevant today. I told y'all I was going to tell y'all some stuff about me y'all didn't know. Yeah. Oh, because your baby girl. Yep. That was my, Emily was my baby. Yeah, she was. Uh, sent her to Shorter University in Rome, Georgia, which was Bible college, premier Bible college, and she was perfectly fine. And she come back, and it just all hell, yeah, everything just went to shit. But yeah, that was my girl. 4.0 GPA. She done a great job. Was a great girl, and just got in with the wrong people. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know the story, classic story all across America. Beauty queens and prom kids, smart kids, and they fall into the wrong crowd and they get on stuff and then they're gone. Most likely a year or so in jail. Yeah, she'll probably get out. She'll get a bond or something. They just don't have her bond hearings tomorrow, but I can't help her. See, that's something else that a lot of people don't realize. I've got her kids. I'm in with the Family and Children's Services raising these kids. I can't help her. I can't be seen as being sympathetic because they could possibly take these children. But they were supposed to be going today and ask her would she go ahead and sign her rights over. Don't know how that's going to work, but we're going to see. Yeah, it did, Bear. I don't know exactly what went on. Like I said, she went to jail a couple nights ago. I didn't hear about it, however, till yesterday when Jennifer wrecked the car and we got home. Somewhere in 10, 15 minutes of being home, the phone rang. My wife brought it in here. By then, I was already aggravated about the car and everything else. She's gonna come out of it stronger, better. That's what I'm hoping, man. That's what I'm hoping. No, I'm talking about being in jail. Yurt, what is up, JP? I'm ready to go myself. Yeah, I wore the hell out, bro. Ain't no kidding on that. Do you do YouTube for illegal ghetto drug money? Nah, bro. I don't mess with drug money, bro. Drug money, hey, look here. Fast money ain't good money. Slow money is where it's at. Slow money is where it's at. All them times you go out there and get them hustles and get that fast money, you don't ever keep it. You're just going to spend it. You know what I'm saying? And then by the time you get caught and you lose everything and your stuff gets seized, that ain't no life to live. I lived it for a while. I lived it damn near 15 years. Yeah. I'll go on bond it. And then, no. I don't want to bond it out. Yeah, I do need a haircut. That's what I was just saying. That's how busy I've been. I need a haircut, something bad, boss. Hey, boss, I need a haircut, boss. We're going to get that handled tomorrow. I got a little bit of free time, so I'll get that done tomorrow. We'll get it all taped and faded. Yeah. We're going to get that high ball fade. You look like Obama. Damn, dog. I'm a little light-skinned for that, ain't it? I'm a light-skinned Obama. Is that what you're trying to say? Yeah. Hey, y'all double tap those screens. Let's go. Betty, her being in jail, saving her life. If she's in jail, she can't get to the trap house. You know what I'm saying? If she's in jail, she can't get to the trap house. So that's saving her life. Plus, who's to say that the judge don't give her a deal? You know what I'm saying? Go send her to one of them mandatory rehab places that she can't get out of. And that's what I'm praying for. Nah, I don't look like Obama. I know. But Betty, I appreciate you being there today. When I walked in your house today, man, I was blowed. I was just overwhelmed. And that's as a man, that's hard to admit. Y'all know that? As a man to walk in somewhere and say, I'm defeated. I need somebody to listen to me for a minute. That's a hard thing to do. That pride's a hell of a thing to swallow to say, look, I'm overwhelmed. I just need somebody to listen. I need somebody to, just give me an ear. Because I'm very prideful. it's hard for me to ask for anything. I could be needing it worse than anything, but I'm not gonna come on here and beg for it. I'm not gonna come on. I'm not gonna come to your house and ask for it. No, 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 no. I wasn't raised that way. I was raised that men do what they got to do and they make it happen no matter what. You know, and that's a hard thing to break sometimes. And when I walked into Betty's house today, looking like Michelle Obama, when I walked into Betty's house today, I was like, look, I just need to sit here for a minute, you know, and it was nice to have her there and be able to listen to me rant and rave, because usually I'm listening to her. And she brought that up, reminding me of that today too. Usually I'm fussing with her about get out of her head and get moving. But yeah, when my wife wrecked that car yesterday, man, and even though it wasn't her fault, it's still the fact I bought that thing in December. What is it, May? And she done totaled it. And to know that I've got great insurance, and that's something else I'm going to rant about. Why we pay so much for insurance, guys? Why we got the government requires us to have insurance, but I have yet to have an insurance do me right. I always get bit in the end. And this time, because of how they do the valuing, you know, fair market value, blue book value, stuff like that, they give you fair market value, which is under what your car is actually worth. And then they only give you 70 to 80% of that. So say you take a $10,000 car, you'll be lucky to get 7,000. So you out $3,000 all rip. That's all rip to go replace the car that you paid all the insurance for. Yeah, because they don't do here in Georgia, they don't do gap insurance on cars that you paid cash for or that you paid off. Once it's paid off, you don't get that gap insurance. That's only for cars that are financed. So say you got a $20,000 car and it gets wrecked, they may only give you $10,000 for it, and then you out that other 10, so you can't go replace it. Or some bum ass in Memphis. Exactly. You can get my number, bro. Yes, sir, Brantley. Insta that to me. I had your number. I got to get your number again. But yeah, insurance companies get you. What is up, Dallas, Texas? Good to see you, bro. Pop out, rock out, bars. We the best YouTube family. Yee, yee. Let's go. Hey, I appreciate all y'all, though. But yeah, I wanted to do just a little different live. If somebody had questions or whatever, you know, background on me or whatever, I don't mind sharing it. Brantley, I do got your number. I just thought about that. I do got your number. Because we were supposed to be getting up Georgia, Florida, remember? And I got your number still. But go ahead and resend it. Yeah, insurance is a scam, man. That's like these folks right now here in my town that lost all their homes to fire. Some of the insurance companies are already trying to back out and not pay them. They're already trying to call it act of God and stuff like that and not pay them. But that's all right, though, because that's a blessing I want to tell y'all about. All these folks that lost their homes, we've had all these brand new RV companies and camper companies and even mobile home companies pulling up by the truckloads, bringing new campers, bringing new trailers, cleaning off these people's lots, putting them in brand new homes. That's a blessing, and that's a community coming together. You know what I'm saying? And that's something to brag about and shout about. Yeah. Strangers coming through to help a community that lost everything due to wildfires at no fault of their own, and people showing up. George, that's kind of rude. I'm going to let you stay and tell everybody not to block you, but that's kind of rude, bro. You know what I'm saying? Show respect when you come in. If you want respect, get respect. You want a hug or something, man? Did you have a bad life? All they have what the state requires. See, that's what I do on my truck setup, man. I only put the bare minimum on my stuff. My wife, though, is notorious for wrecking shit, so I always put the maximum. I'm talking about anything you could think of, I put on her cars. Except one thing, I don't ever use towing because my cousin's a tow truck driver. Yeah, I don't ever use towing. That's the only thing I don't put on the insurance. And George up the jungle. What's up, bruh? Even if we pay off our houses, we still got to pay a property tax. You sure do. And then when you pass away, whoever inherits that house got to pay a death tax. Yes, sir. They got to pay for that inheritance. Yes, sir. It never stops. You don't truly own nothing. You don't own nothing. The government just lets you feel like you own something. Because I tell you what, put too many cars in that yard. Paint that house a color they don't approve of and see how many citations they come start running. Let a little bit of garbage pile up in the yard and see what they do to you. Yeah, we don't own nothing. It don't work that way. Don't pay your taxes and see how, or better, I got one better. Let them want to build a road through there and they hit you with what's called eminent domain, which a little history lesson. Eminent domain come out of the Civil War. Yeah. That's where that came from. But eminent domain, if they declare eminent domain, they just take your shit away from you. Uh-huh. I'll see everyone later. My phone is getting ready to die. Yeah, I had to put a little bit. Oh, your electric's out, bro? Was it storms? About 600,000 a month, was basically glorified rent, right? My house tax was 4,000, and ridiculous in Florida. Yeah, Florida's crazy. And where I live is Brantley County, Georgia, which is the highest tax bracket. Now, here's the thing: it's the poorest county in Georgia, one of them anyway, and it's the highest tax bracket as far as property tax and car tax and stuff like that, tags, auto tags in the state. Yeah, they'll tax the hell out of you. And the city of Brunswick's got two. If you live in the city, you have to pay the city tax, then you have to pay the county property tax, then you got to pay the state. Yeah, so they eat you up with taxes. And Florida's crazy too. I know I lived in Marco Island, which is Naples, Florida. I lived in Gainesville, Florida for a while, Titusville, Florida. Lived in Miami, Florida for a bit, right there in Miami Gardens. I lived all over Florida, a little place called oh hell, what's it called? It's got a weird name. It's right there by Tampa. I'll think of it in a few minutes. Right down from the falls. Yamasi or some shit like that. But yeah, I lived all over Florida, man. I loved me some Florida. I was hooked. My first night in Gainesville, Florida, met me a little cheerleader, went to the swimming pool after dark, if you know what I'm saying. And I've been a Florida Gator fan ever since. I just fought my property taxes and won, got it down a little bit. Every bit helps you. You're right. And that's something else you guys got to watch too. If y'all own property, watch them jokers, man, because they'll come in ever so often and they'll move your property markers, even if they ain't but a couple of inches at the time. They're stealing property from you. So every time you get your little property tax thing, look at your property and make sure that they're not stealing none of your land from you, man. Because like when they come in and cut a power line, if you give them that access to that power line, you can't put no permanent structure on the power line. You can grow vegetables, you can have like animals, but that's ways they take your property from you. Always fight and check your homestead right. And if you can homestead something, homestead it, because it'll save you a few dollars to homestead it. Damn sure do. Damn sure do. Brantley County is the meth capital of Georgia. It was. I mean, it's still pretty high up there, but you got McIntosh and you got a few others that are up there too, bro. It's everywhere though now, Brantley. It really is. It don't matter if you in the city, in the country. That shit's everywhere, man, and it's destroying our youth. I don't see what everybody's so damn. Back in my days, we had the Pablo. Y'all know what I'm talking about. We had the white stuff. We had a little bit of mushrooms. We had the green. We had the stuff like that. But it wasn't doing people like this doing people. They put damn horse tranquilizers and all kind of crazy stuff in it now, and it's taking them off the planet, and it's turning them into zombies. Man, I see these little babies cry themselves to sleep every night just wanting their mama, wanting time with their mama, but that ain't their mama no more. And it's hard to explain to them that's not the person that they used to know. That's not my daughter that I used to know. That's that beast, that's that demon that's inside of her, and she's got a hell of a fight because it's only got a 10% survival rate. That's all it's got. It's just like the crack of the 80s. There's not much of a survival rate of people coming out of that. And my hat's off to anybody who had that addiction, who come out of it, man. Y'all fought a hell of a fight. Yeah. Yeah, we had that white girl. That was for real, for real. I had the boy. You know what I'm saying? Everybody had the boy. If people who in the game know what I'm talking about. But even that ain't what it used to be. Now it's got so much shit added to it. Yeah. Well, see, that's my thing, EDC. You remember what I'm talking about when I say the bathtub Krizank. The bathtub Krizank. That old pink stuff the truck drivers would have at the truck stops that keep you going 4 or 5 days. It's the same thing. It's a methamphetamine, but it's not. It don't have all that shit that they put in it, them artificials from China and Mexico, because that's a false too, guys. Trump bad about saying it came from China. It came from China. Precursors used to. But the cartels got so good, they now making it right there in Mexico. You know what I'm saying? They reverse engineered that shit, and they make it in Mexico, and they're sending it over here, and they're making it right here. They got the bathtub boys backfired up, making it with their recipe. Yeah. It ain't pseudoephedrine no more. It's a lot of other stuff. Yeah, I've learned a lot of stuff about it. You know what I'm saying? Because I got a daughter suffering with it, and I wanted to know what was going on in a way that maybe I could approach her. But they ain't no approaching them. They ain't no approaching them. Not till they get ready. Yeah, that pink, light brown. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now I remember that. Boy, look here. I worked at a truck, a semi truck car wash, and we'd be in there 4, 5 days straight, just washing trucks, making money. Yes, sir. No sleep. Yeah, no sleep. But that was back in the good old days. But it ain't the same no more. Back then you could get it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And them four finger jars when you wanted that old buddy bud. Boy, you get a quarter sack. It looked like that across the bottom of it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that back in the day, back in the day. Now some of this stuff, boy, look here, I can smell that shit from 10 miles away. Like, woo, Lord of mercy. I went into the IHOP the other day to get me some breakfast, and I thought I got a contact just by smelling it across the restaurant. Yeah, boy had it in his pocket, wrapped up with a black paper bag or brown paper bag with black duct tape on it, and you could smell that shit all through the damn restaurant. My bro, I don't know what you got, but woo wee. 15 folks. Hey, appreciate y'all stopping in. Double tap that screen. Make sure that thumbs up button right there is lit up. We just chilling today, just having an open and honest discussion about whatever y'all want to talk about. Main thing I just want to tell y'all, we were all right. I put up that short where the wife totaled the car. 27 people. Let's see if we get to 30, 35 people real quick. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all check out the content, sub to the channel. We got the old AK sitting by the bedside. I don't know if y'all can see it, but we got the old AK-47 sitting there. We got the Glock 49 sitting on the nightstand. 30 people. Let's see if we get to 40. Let's go, let's go, let's go. They smoking Chinese chemicals. I know. Hey, do y'all remember when Spice dropped like it did? My stepson, that's what he got strung out on to start with, was Spice. That shit was crazy because it would rain. What it was doing was raising up their core temperature and basically baking their brain, and that's where that stuff was coming from. But they was spraying that shit with bug spray. It's your cologne. Hey, funny story, EDC. My wife was riding with me in the taxi cab one day, and a girl got in. And I'm a real cologne addict. I love to smell us, like perfumes and colognes. And the girl got in, and the first thing I smelled was her cologne. So I was like, "Ooh, I love that fragrance. What is it?" My wife busts out laughing. Girl busts out laughing. I'm like, "What? What did I miss?" First thing my wife smelled was the bird, the herb, the bud. I didn't smell that. I smelled her perfume, but she thought I was talking about the bud. But anyway, they busted out laughing. I'm like, "Oh, my bad. I didn't smell it at first, but I smell it now." Paul Week, what is up, dog? Like Gucci said, hey, oh Gucci. mm, mm. I preferably always ran with what Gotti said. Mm-hmm. Yeah. When it rained, we call them Thunderbirds. Yeah. Nothing today on I-10 but me and Red Bull type shit. Yeah, it's been a minute day on I-10 running back and forth. Cushion my cologne, 100%. And I'll get back there one day, EDC, because that's one thing that I'll never knock. That gave the most relaxation, the most pain relief. Way better than any opiate, anything Big Pharma could give you. I'm 100% for it. However, in my situation, having to take drug tests for the state of Georgia, I can't really do it right now. You know what I'm saying? So I'll get my chance again once I adopt these kids and get these people out my house. You know what I'm saying? I'll be able to get back to what I used to do. Yeah. I won't mess with no Elvis Gunner Man Presley. What is up? Long time no see, my brother. I won't mess with them damn gummies no more. And my other daughter, but she got a little chemist buddy up there about us that they went to school with. That boy makes some Fruity Pebble Rice Krispie treats with White Widow bud. But I won't never mess with that again. I was stuck in the truck type shit. Wife called me and said, "You coming in the room?" I was like, "I'll be there in a minute." She called me back. I was like, "I told you I'd be there in a minute." She said, "Honey, it's been 3 hours." I was stuck in the truck type shit. But I was out there talking to Elvis and everybody else. Yeah, buddy. And another thing, we were lifting weights one day. We teenagers. And a bunch of my buddies, we all sitting around, we lifting weights. Hey, go with the bro look like Negan. EDC will tell you that. I always get told that, bro. I look like Negan. I appreciate you, though. Appreciate you. Make sure you hit that like button. But we lifted weights one day, and one got on one side, one got on the other, and they were pushing down. And I was trying to say, stop, that hurts. And I was so, I done hit a couple of them, I was hanging with Tupac, you know what I'm saying? And all I can say was, stop, that's funny. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So that was a joke for years. Stop, that's funny. They're about to choke me out with the damn weights. And I was so up there that all I can say was, that's funny. This nigga, right. Hey, my bob bat with my bob wire is coming in soon. But yeah, we went looking at a few more cars. I found a Mercedes. It's not the MLK or the ML. It's the SUV that comes. I think it's CLK. But anyway, it's all white. It's pearl white, peanut butter interior. Then I found a Land Rover. 10-4 is what they want for the Land Rover. So I'm gonna go look at them tomorrow as a replacement because I already know they're gonna total the car. Because my body shop, we stopped counting. Once we got past the fair market and the blue book value, we knew they were going to total the car. Even though technically we can't handle none of that until Monday when the police report comes in, we know that they're not going to pay that amount to fix the car. It's all new parts at 7,600 worth of repairs. That's using all new parts. Even at used part prices and skipping a few corners, we're still at 5,500. That's still well above that, even 80% of fair market value. So they're going to total the car. Yeah, the GLS. That's it. The GLS. It's white. Got the peanut butter interior. It's only got 100,000 miles. Her last one was a ML 320. I think it was an ML 320 was her last one. And then we got that. We bought that Volkswagen Atlas. She totaled it, and then I bought this Buick that she just totaled. So yeah. But I want to get her back into Benz is what I want to get back in because Benz was always, that's why that Mercedes star is on my leg. That's what my dad done. He owned a Mercedes dealership my whole life until he passed away. So yeah, I love the Mercedes brand. Oh no, I ain't going too fancy, Bear. She'll just wreck it. No matter what I get her, she gonna wreck it. I'm tempted to go get her a old damn Ford or old Buick Roadmaster or something that's all metal. Put her in some antique 1970 a Ford LTD station wagon. That's what her ass needs. No air condition, all them roll up windows, everything manual. Yeah. Or to get her that to punish her ass. But I did find a sweet ass Mustang convertible today, and I almost got that for me and gave her the truck. Yeah. Nah, she don't need Desert Armor. It's not really her. She just gets in dumb situations. People hit her. It's always unavoidable accidents. She's never been faulted in any of the accidents. She just has crap luck when it comes to car wrecks. Perfect example. She wrecked 2 cars in a 2-week period. Tree limb from the same tree, a week apart, fell from the sky and hit a car and totaled it 2 different times. She had a DUI. A drunk driver hit her. He was a drunk DUI lawyer at a DUI convention. She had to be cut out of that car. She got hit by a semi that crossed 3 lanes of traffic. They still labeled it unavoidable because she was in that middle lane waiting to merge. This wreck here was caused by an ambulance that left the scene with all these witnesses, and because the ambulance wasn't there, the officer said they can't prove it. So now this one will be labeled an act of God or unavoidable or whatever they're going to label it. It's always our insurance has to pay for it. She's just got crap luck when it comes to people hitting her. Yeah. Get her I'm gonna get her a damn well, see, I love the Volvos. Them old Volvos, the old GL Volvos, man, they were all metal, the square bodies. The 80s models, man, them were great, safe cars. And I gotta say, hey, this Buick took a damn smack. I'm telling you, this Buick took a smack. The picture don't do it no justice. It hit it so hard, it pushed the grill into the radiator. It punctured the radiator. It pushed the fan into the motor, so it tore the fan apart. It did not set off the airbags because it missed the airbag sensors by about that much. So the airbag sensors didn't deploy, luckily, but it's still totaled. But that Buick, man, I got to admit, that's the second Buick that we've had, and both of them came through car wrecks. As far as keeping everybody safe, the kids ain't hurt, she's not hurt. That's the biggest thing. I give her hell about wrecking cars, but at least she's not injured, and she can't take me anymore. She done literally, when I say she's been through 15 different wrecks, and she's still walking, barely some days, but she's still walking, still teaching school. But yeah, she got to do better, man. Something. I mean, all right. I'll give y'all per example. Dealing with anxiety and PTSD. Y'all hear me say this every day. I gotta clear the line at a certain time. When she's headed to school, I clear the line because she calls me. When she gets to school, I know she's safe. At the end of the day, when she's coming home, she calls me and says I'm on my way, and I keep the line clear until she gets home. Because that's always my biggest fear. I'm gonna get that call that says I've been in a wreck, and that's what happened yesterday. Everything I tell y'all about happened to me yesterday. When she called and said I've been in an accident, I dropped everything and took off. That when it comes to paramedics, people assume aliens are giant built. Oh, pyramids, yeah. But when it comes to pyramids in Mexico, nobody questions who built those. Hey, that's a good question. Hey, that's legit, bro. That's legit. The Mayan calendar and all that. Yeah. MMA, what is up? Everything fine? What is up, dear? Good to see you. Good to see you. Everybody go check out Everything Fine. She's got some really great stuff, man. Y'all go check her out. Check out EDC. Check out everybody you see commenting. I appreciate all y'all today. I just wanted to come on and let y'all know we were all right because it really didn't dawn on me I hadn't done a live. I've been so busy today with all the running and trying to deal with the insurance and get the estimates on the car and stuff like that. I was like, ooh, let me go live and tell everybody we all right. Oh, stop, right? We know exactly how the pyramids were built. Yeah. Buy her an old short. Hey, Bear, that might work. Get her one of them old school buses, the little short bus for her window lickers. Yeah. And some helmets and some crayons. She come home telling me a story today about today. It's the end of the school year. They got till next Thursday, and the kids are out here in Georgia. So today, she deals with the special needs children. A lot of them are on the spectrum and stuff like that, and autism and all this. Well, they have what they call the fish rodeo. They took them. They took them somewhere to the fish camp today, and what they done, they put a bunch of fish on the hook already, and threw the poles out, and they'd let the kids reel the fish in, and then they'd let them go again and let them reel them in. And if they wanted to jump to another pole, every pole had a fish already hooked to it. And she was telling stories about the kids, how they were. She said at the end, the fish, they wasn't flip flopping much, but they were still very much alive. She said, but they were there for about 2 hours, fishing like crazy. They called it the fish rodeo. But a lot of them kids don't see stuff like that, because their parents don't take them places like that, because they're, special needs children. But yeah, they're all good. Oh, I need a coat. Hey, I got one. It's that time of day. Normally, I drink Red Bull in the morning, Coca-Cola, and then about 6 p.m., I'll chug, in between 6 and about 8, I'll chug 2 gallons of water, flush my system out. I'll get the water real cold, and then I'll have one on the nightstand, and every time I wake up at night, I'll chug the water and drink it through the night. And then when I wake up, I'll fire up to finish off the rest of the water, and I'll fire up my first Coke to take my medicine, and then I'll drink my Red Bull. Yep. And today was shot day, so I was 3 days late on taking that shot, so I'm dealing with side effects on that. Because I'm on that Ozempic. Yep. Mine's for diabetes, not for weight loss, because I done lost all the weight the hard way before they showed me the Ozempic. I lost 200 pounds before they introduced me to Ozempic. I hear him in there raising Cain already. It's getting about bedtime. Marcel wanting to come in. Marcel has discovered Papa's bed. So he got to where he's busted in here because he wants to. I got him a little cell phone that only plays videos. And he's into that. I don't know if y'all know who I'm talking about, Miss Rachel. She's teaching him how to talk, Miss Rachel. So we'll put him on there. Empty Chamber Arms, what is up? We getting by Empty Chamber, dealing with a car that just got totaled. But other than that, we doing good. But yeah, he'll come in here and watch Miss Rachel. And until he falls asleep, now he wants to sleep in my bed and beat the hell out of me while I'm asleep. But that little boy gonna be a gangster, I'm telling you. I think he gonna be an MMA fighter. But yeah, the caseworker called today. They found out my daughter was in jail, and they were gonna go try to approach her and get her to go ahead and sign her rights over. Don't know how that's gonna work out for them, but we gonna see. That's what I'm saying, empty chamber. Listen, you missed it, so I'll go back over it. First, the dude come charge me $100 to do the so-called service call on my lawnmower. Charged me $100, couldn't get it running. Told me what parts I needed to go get. Then the wife totaled the car. We had just got home from picking her up from totaling the car. My daughter calls and said, "Daddy, I'm in jail. They got me for dope charges." But look here, it was just one of them kind of days. And then I get in the damn truck knowing I got a hose that I ain't fixed yet. It's still leaking a little water. I forgot to put water in it. Get halfway to town, it tried to run hot on me. So I had to sit on the side of the road, let it cool off, put water in it. I went ahead and fixed the hose. All it was, I had to cut a little piece off, put a new clamp on it. It was good to go. But yeah, it's been one of them kind of days. Where do babies get all this aggression? Hey, these babies get aggression naturally. What up, 280 my dog? Good to see y'all, man. One more light, we'll be at 20. Yes, sir. And one of those weeks sounds like, well, see, that's how it goes with me, Empty Chamber. That's why I said everything was going too smooth. For the past since December, everything's been going too smooth, and I'm sitting here like waiting on the shoe to drop type shit. Because I knew once it started, it's always a chain reaction like dominoes. Like car wreck, daughter goes to jail. Got 4 home inspections this week for defects so I can go ahead and adopt these kids. Got all the stuff in the world going on and got knocked back down to one vehicle. Now I gotta either wait on the insurance to pay me or go into the savings, go ahead and pay cash for a car, then put the money back in the savings when insurance pays me. Only problem with doing it that way is if I spend too much and they don't give me the amount back, now I've shorted myself. Because I like to keep a little bit of padding. We work too hard and we know things go wrong too fast to spend that money. I'm very, very funny about spending money. I want to make sure the family's taken care of. What is up, J Dog? That old saying, it comes in threes. Man, it comes in 12s with me. Good to see you, J Dog. Good to see you. Good. I hope work was great for you today. J Dog got that EO tech. Boy, look here, he got that big screen Hubble telescope type shit. Yes, sir, no L dub. And your laps on your shot. Yeah. But that's all right though, because I was able to get through it. I took the shot today. I took the shot in the Academy parking lot with nosy ass people looking at me like, "What he doing?" I'm like, "I'll give you some. You might lose a couple pounds, but you ain't gonna get no buzz off of it." Yes, sir. J Dog got the EO Tech 280. He got the EO Tech. Go check out his short. Yeah, he got the fancy. He done went bougie on us. Look like a big ass damn plasma big screen sitting on a wall somewhere. If you miss with that big old joker, you need something. Me, I'm sitting here watching, what is it, To Hell and Back? Oh, Gordon Ramsay, where he goes in and got 24 hours to fix these people's houses. I mean, these people's restaurants. That's what my wife takes. Is it Manjaro? I think Manjaro is what my wife takes. It's one of them weird ones. Hers is for weight loss. Mine is for actual diabetes. But it's still a once a week shot. And then they gave me a big old jug of metformin, my monthly jug of metformin today. So today was medicine day. I had to go get all the medicines. That's something else I had to do today. Had to go get all the damn sugar medicines, the maintenance medicines, the pain medicines. I had to go get all that today. You take Manjaro also. I can't remember hers is Manjaro or the other one. There's another one. I think it is Manjaro. They're trying to put me on this stuff because I have to drop 50 for major surgery. It works. Empty chamber, and it works fast. Now, I can guarantee you it's going to take your desire to eat and things you like sodas and stuff like that. It's going to take all that away, especially if they put you on that pill topamyrate. If they give you topamyrate, which was originally a seizure medicine, if you drink like a Pepsi or a soda, it makes it burn in your mouth, and so you won't even be able to drink like sodas and stuff. But now the shot, you'll have to make yourself eat, but you'll see the weight literally start to peel off of you because it comes through your sweat glands. Not to be too graphic, guys, come through your urine, and it's made to move the fat out of your body, and it works fast. I mean, that's why a lot of these folks like Jelly Roll. Look how much. If you know who Jelly Roll is, look how much weight he lost. Several other actors and stuff. Look how much weight they lost rapidly. But you got to be careful because once you get on that weight loss journey and you start peeling off that weight, sometimes it's hard to stop. Sometimes your body gets to rolling, and it's hard to stop that weight loss, and it could be unhealthy. Rapid weight loss is never a good thing. You want to make sure you're exercising and replacing that fat with muscle. That's the biggest thing. Even if you don't do nothing but walk, maybe do a couple push-ups every day, do something to where you're trying to replace that fat that you're losing. You want to replace it with muscle. Eat right. Get with people like J-Dog and some people who can tell y'all how to use the right protein and stuff like that, to kind of change your body up some. What's up, Aaron Young? Ozempic. No, I'm on Ozempic. Hang on. I'm on Ozempic, which is for sugar diabetes. I'm not on mine because, as you see, I don't need weight loss. I lost 240 pounds total, and I'm still losing. Jennifer,
yeah.
What's your shot called?
Mine?
Yeah. We talk about it on YouTube. I'm on Ozempic. You on what?
Zipbound.
Zipbound. She's on Zipbound. They were talking about Manjaro. What they?
I've never took Manjaro.
You never took Manjaro? Yeah, I'm on.
I take Wegovy.
Wegovy. She used to take Wegovy, and I'm on the 2 milligram of Ozempic once a week.
And they changed me to the Zipbound.
Yeah, she was on Wegovy, and they changed her to Zipbound. Is how that worked on her. And before that, she was on Adipex, which ain't good for you. They had her on Adipex and topamyrate. They were both pills. And now she was supposed to try out there for a while because how much did you lose at one time?
I lost almost 100 pounds.
She lost 100 pounds doing but now she would go walk, what was it, 3-4 miles a day?
Yeah. But I
How many steps were you doing a day at your height? I mean, at the height of your weight loss? Like 30,000, something like that?
Not quite.
But that was before.
It really depended.
But that was before that last major car wreck. When she had that last major car wreck, she had to be cut out of. And a semi truck to hit her. Then she wasn't able to walk like that no more. So now they've swapped her over to the shot. But yeah, she went back down to like 100 pounds, literally, from almost 300 back down to 100 pounds, and then had that car wreck and put her out for a while and had to learn to walk again. You're talking about the shots making you not want to eat. I have to make my stop. Even with the shot, not me, bro. I can't. I'll be hungry, grab my plate. I'll take 4 or 5 bites, and I'm not hungry anymore. But see, I only eat once a day. And as a diabetic, that's not good. They tell you to have like 5 or 6 small meals. Not me. I eat once a day. That's all I'll eat. Cardio is a must. Get a lot of cardio. Yep. And water. Water is a must. If you're on a weight loss journey, you can lose more weight by drinking water than you can by 90% of these diet medicines. I know that don't sound right, but it does. Water will cause that weight to come off. Wrecks in smaller cars and trucks is terrifying. Man, look here. She's been through some wrecks. Y'all go look through some of my shorts. You'll see some of the cars you'll see that's wrecked. She wrecked all of them. But like the Cadillac CTS, go look. It's on my YouTube. You'll find it. You'll have to scroll down a way, but you'll find it. When you see that car, if you didn't know my wife was sitting in there right now, you'd swear up and down that whoever was in that car did not make it out alive. Yeah. It turned that Cadillac. It hit the one side so hard that it creased, literally creased it in the shape of an L on the other side of the car. Yeah, it crunched from the rear end all the way into damn near the driver's seat. If you go to my shorts and see it, you'd swear up and down the person in that car didn't live. And then you'll see one that's got my Volkswagen Atlas that she wrecked. That's the one the semi hit. Once again, tore that thing all to hell and back. Now the one I put up this morning, the picture didn't do it no justice. It don't look as bad as it is on the camera, but it's pretty bad when you get up close to it. The camera didn't do it no justice. That's me. I eat once a day, drink tons of water. Yeah, see, I can't drink regular water unless it's frozen, and then I just chug it. But I got them sugar-free inserts like the Starburst, the pink Starburst inserts and stuff like that. Now, if I put them in there, I can drink it no problem. And here in a little while, I'll swap the water because it's about time for me to lay it down. But I eat a lot of like chicken, fish, tuna fish, stuff like that for my protein. But most of my stuff is vegetables. I love like stir fries, zucchini, squash, onion. That'll be my meal a lot of times. Nothing else but that. We don't eat a lot of fast food. We've cheated a lot here lately because she gets off late. We're trying to get stuff so we pick up something. But there for like 3 years, we didn't eat no fast food, no McDonald's, no Burger King, no none of that. We just ate healthy. Brantley, you know what a lot of yours is, bro. I'll go ahead and tell you because I spent 20 years behind the wheel driving. Being in them damn taxi cabs and them Ubers and stuff like that, and sitting all the time. And it's easy to put on the weight when you're doing that because you're not getting that exercise and that movement. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I spent years doing it. That's how I got up past 400 pounds. And then a lot of people, they'll eat, and as soon as they eat, they go to bed. They don't get up, they don't move around, they don't give their body a chance to metabolize what they just ate, and that goes right to your gut. But yeah, water good for you. Water good for you. Not only good for keeping your system flushed out, but it's good to help you lose weight. And then I'll take my apple cider vinegar with a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar with Muller's. I take 1 teaspoon a day, and then I take a teaspoon of turmeric a day. Metal needing to be replaced. Yep. Zip, snap, and drop. Ooh, my shotgun's in. I did not get to go get it today because I had a truck full of kids and stuff I had to get out of the wrecked car. So I told him I'd be there tomorrow to get it. But it is in, and it is pretty. It is pretty. I'll show y'all tomorrow. I ate lunch at work, drank water the rest of the day. Just not hungry. Oh, I probably got a ton of spots on my lungs. That's something I gotta stop too. I ain't arguing with you on that one, bro. 100% facts. Hey, I wear baggy zip, snap, and drop. Hell yeah. That's what I'm saying. But hey, this is the last real bad habit I got. And once I break it, we'll be good to go. But I gotta have my marbs right now. Like my buddy Bear says, nicotine, caffeine, and hate. That's what gets us through the day. And aggression. Yeah, buddy. But I won't disagree with anybody who says we need to stop because eventually we need to give it up because that's a bad thing for us. Yeah. Got me a homemade slushy. Put it in the freezer for 7 minutes. When you pull it out the freezer, thump it, and it turns into an instant slushy. Sherrod, how are you doing, sir? We can quit whenever we want. We choose not to because we're considerate of others. There you go, J Dog. I can stop anytime I want. I ain't got a problem. J Dog. J Dog. The AK sitting right there. We got the AK sitting right there. Right there. Hey, I quit every time. Right before I light the next one. I don't know. Reading about COPD, after smoking 20 years, there are studies out there that says our smoking is what's holding the COPD at bay. The moment you stop smoking, the nicotine starts reducing and it gives the COPD room to expand. So there are studies out there that says after smoking for so long, there's negative benefits to stopping smoking. Nicotine is the hardest thing to kick. And see, opiates I never had a problem with. Man, I got a shit ton of opiates in this bag. I really do. And some of y'all have seen it before. I got a shit ton of opiates. I don't care to take them. I take a half a night and I go to bed. But I've got so many opiates. I'm one step under hospice. They never took me off of that. So I've got a shit ton of medicine. And I guess because I have it and know I have it, makes me not want to take it. Now, if I didn't have it, needed it, maybe that'd be a problem. But yeah, I don't mess with too many opiates. Yeah, you quit every time you put one out type shit. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I never really got on the opiates and the whole none of that stuff. I was always about my paper. You know what I'm saying? If it costed me money, I didn't want to spend money on it. That's what saved me. Like, and then I grew up with an alcoholic mom. So even to this day, even a Pepsi can, like the sound of a beer can when you open it, if you catch me on the wrong angle, I'll cringe when I hear it because I grew up over a bar. The jukebox was right up underneath my bed, for the bar and the pool table. So I grew up listening to pool balls breaking, racking the pool balls and them breaking. I grew up hearing the sounds of the alcohol, cans open and shit like that. Yeah, yeah. I never was much on drinking. Well, see, that's something a lot of people don't know, Empty Chamber. When it comes to opiates, if you take them correctly, they have a purpose. If you take too many, your mind will create pain. Taking that pain medicine will cause more pain, and then they take more pills, and before you know it, they're strung out, and then they get cut off from the doctor, and they can't afford them $30, $40 street prices. Then they go to $10 shots of heroin, and that's a very real thing. You know what I'm saying? But I do. I have 30 milligrams. I have 15 milligrams. I have 10 milligrams, and then you go down to the hydrocodones. I got 10 milligrams, 7.5 milligrams. I got all that. But just because I have it don't mean I have to take it. And you damn sure don't have to take it the way it says it on the bottle. The best way to do that is crumb it up. You know what I'm saying? Break it in crumbs. If it says take a whole one, take a half of a half. You're still going to get that milligram. It's still going to ease the pain. The whole trick is, and take this from somebody who deals with pain management on a daily basis. The whole trick is pain management. That's teaching your brain how to deal with the pain and your body how to react to the pain so you can still function. So take just enough to function. Because truth is, if you truly got body pain like arthritis, broke bones, whatever it may be, you're never going to stop the pain. It's always going to be there. You got to learn how to manage it. Jesus loves us all. I know. I know. Jesus loves me, but I give him a panic attack at least 3 or 4 times a day. I know Jesus every now and then look down here and be like, he's at it again. Jesus tells Michael and some of the other angels, go down there and say something to him. Go talk to your boy. He's at it again. You can say Jesus loves us, Cassie, or Casey. I don't care. You're not offending me by no means. I'm a retired pastor. I know it's hard to tell that by looking at me, listening to me one time, or listening to me. But yes, I was a pastor, and I was very good at my job. Heart attack took me out, and then watching the way these churches operate and a lot of these so-called Christians operate really made me turn from it because I just couldn't take the fakery anymore. Yeah. They live one way Sunday, and the rest of the week they live hell. Yeah. Yeah, got more hate in their heart than anybody on the street. I'm a child. I have an issue with them. I have 10 Papa 10, so it's best I don't do any Norco. See, Norcos was always my pain medicine, and they took me out. Yeah, yeah, J Dog. I feel you. Yeah, they took me off Norcos, the yellow ones, and just swapped it to the generic, which was the Hydro 10 milligram 325s, and they're white. Um, the only reason Paul was the chief of sinners is because there you go. There you go, because you wasn't born yet, right? Hey, but Paul was real about it though. That's one thing I liked about Paul. Paul said, "Look, I was the chief of sinners." Paul said, "Y'all ain't done nothing that I ain't done." Yeah, 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 yeah. He said, and Paul was real about it. He said, "I struggle with a thorn in my flesh daily." He let them know, "Hey, look, I'm trying to be," and that's what a lot of people don't realize about Christianity and repenting. Repenting don't mean stopping. It does not mean stopping. It means trying. If you go look up the Greek, Latin, and Hebrew word of the word repent, it does not mean what people try to teach it to mean. And that's a problem with American Christianity is a lot of our words did not translate from Greek and Hebrew, and we get a lot of the wrong translations, and then you get these judgmental people like cuss words. You show me where the word fuck. Take that word right there that I just said. Take that word, go back to Greek, Latin, and Hebrew, and tell me where that was in the Bible for God to say I can't say it. A curse word in the Bible meant exactly that. When it said bitter and sweet water cannot flow from the same fountain, I can't tell you that I love you and then curse you, which means wish harm upon you, which means talk bad about you. That was cursing somebody back then. Not the words that we use, it was the actions and the wishing harm and wishing failure upon people. That was cursing. Look that up and you'll see what I'm talking about. Bro, I can tell you something about the swastika. The swastika was stole from the Hindis. My business partner is Hindi, and then one of their main gods, and you're right, it means love. One of their main gods symbol is the swastika, and we'd have people come in the Indian store all the time because we were in the hood stores. You know what I'm saying? And they'd see that temple he'd have set up. They'd see that swastika, and they'd see my ass standing there and give me crazy looks. I'm like, hey, wait a minute, I ain't Hindi, homeboy, and that ain't what you think it is. Yeah, 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 yeah. We'd have to give them a history lesson real quick that the Germans stole that. Yep, sure enough. I took a shower, cooked some food, now ready to study. Hey, let's study, Ahmad. What you studying? You studying the Quran or you studying the Bible? I'm from India. There you go. I'm from Indian and a Muslim. There you go. Yeah, my business partner, he's Hindi. Um, he's a Patel, so he's from South India. Now my grandchildren, their father is from Punjab, India, so he was Punjabi. Yeah, I'm drinking Pepsi because I was at the store and wanted something cold, and all the Cokes were hot, so I just got the Pepsi. Only reason I'm drinking a Pepsi. Yeah, yeah, I get it, Brantley, and don't get me wrong. We deem them as bad words, but my point I'm making, and no, you shouldn't tell somebody to f off. You shouldn't tell that they're cruel words. I'm not taking nothing away from that, but to try to put that as Jesus said, that's wrong because he didn't. If you're gonna teach the gospel, teach the real gospel. Even Paul said you're gonna struggle. Um, and everything is a spiritual struggle. You know what I'm saying? And a fleshly struggle. Um, I don't get into religion very often, but when I do, I try to give it in a way. When I was preaching, I dealt with a lot of addicts and a lot of broken people. That's why my ministry was called Broken Vessels Ministries. And I had all the local churches hated me because I was gaining ground with these people because I could reach them on a level nobody else could. And I've got sermons and if you go to my Facebook and look far enough back, you'll hear some of my sermons and some of the ways that I taught and some of the ways I preached. And it wasn't like what you think of on a normal Sunday when they're sitting there thumping that Bible and no, 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 because rebuke, you know, and you got to rebuild them also. When you tear them down, you got to build them back up. You can't leave them tore down. No, 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 no. They won't never come back. Um, mm-mm. I'll get into some of that sometimes with you guys. And but yeah, that's why I turned away from a lot of your religion is because of the way they done things. And I just felt like too many people were being harmed and hurt. And I feel like it became a fashion show more than anything. Hey guys, I've been going an hour and four. I love you guys. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me for a minute, man. I love y'all to death. I'll catch y'all on the next live. I do gotta bounce. Sorry about that, but I love you guys, man.